Hi there fellow summoners, just came back from London after a really nice break, and I'm back to teach you some sieging mechanics so that you start abusing this in your games and start climbing faster. So what exactly is sieging, you might ask? Well, a lot of people get this part wrong already. Sieging isn't the act of blindly going under a tower and try to take it down quickly. Sieging is when everyone in your team gathers just outside of the attacking range of the tower without diving it, and instead focus on poking at the enemies, usually with an array of long-range skill shots, in effect laying siege to the enemy team under their tower until you force someone's back and gain a numbers advantage that way. Only then, when you are absolutely sure that a fight won't break out under the enemy's tower, do you aim to take it down. How do you do this? Well, essentially you need two things in order to successfully siege in League of Legends. The first is you need to learn how to manipulate a lane. I've done a video in the past about this, which I'm sure you'll be able to find if you search for it in my channel. Basically, if you know that the top or bottom lane wave will push towards the enemy tower, you can be sure that someone on the enemy team will leave mid to go clear it, giving you that much needed numbers advantage. By manipulating the wave, you can easily force a situation like this, so search it up. The second thing you need, and probably most important, is something inherent to some people and hard for others. It is none other than the gift of patience. Sieging requires a lot of it. You can't force down a siege if the situation is not perfect. Or rather, you can, but you will most likely fail. You need to stay back and focus on poking and dodging, poking and dodging, poking and dodging. If you manage to kill someone or force someone's back, then take the opportunity and go all out on that turret. Here's the thing about sieging though. Not every champion and team comp can or should try to pull it off. Sometimes, going for split push or trying to get picks in team fights might be the way to do it. So how do you know when to try to siege? Well, it depends on your team comp and what it can do. But not only that, it actually also depends on your teammates' capabilities. Here's what to look for. First, wave clear. I've talked about good wave clear champions before, and having them in a siege team will greatly aid you in your attempts to efficiently get on top of the turrets. Xerath, Anivia, Kate are good examples of this. Second, disengage potential. Most of the good siege comps struggle when they get engaged upon, basically because they depend on first poking down the enemies. Having a Kha'Zix jump on your Caitlyn or Xerath can be very problematic if you don't have a way of pulling him off them, which is why having a Jenna or Thresh can help immensely in sieging just in case things go wrong. Third, and coming directly from where the second pointer ended, is having a hard tank line. You will, without a doubt, need someone to take some damage for the backline while they poke. Fourth is your ward placement. Both teams will most likely be very clustered up in one lane when you're preparing a siege, so having good surrounding vision is not only super important, but also quite easy to set up, so don't pass on the opportunity and set those wards down correctly in all the surrounding jungle. Finally, fifth, and you as an individual have no way of controlling this, is landing skill shots. Of course you can focus on landing your own, but if you're playing the support or the tank of this team, then there's not much you can do but CC and hope that your teammates are not playing with their monitors turned off or lack the ever so important gift of depth perception and eyesight in general. As for which champions fit well into siege comps, here's some examples. Maokai because of his tank stats and CC, Lulu because of her disengage and poke, Nidalee because of her spears from the Fog of War, Nunu for pushing lanes down and against engages, Xerath because of his poke, Ezreal and Kate for the same reason, and Janna and Braum for their disengage potentials. I seriously hope this video helped out some of you, and if it did, why not make it official and click on that like button? You have no idea how much it helps me. So if you like this content, also feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for more. See you in the next weekend. Sakeios out.